What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for the super quick video, and today we'll be talking about if next gen and current gen are exactly the same in terms of mechanics. Try to watch the whole video so it will make full sense. Trust me, if you miss some parts, you might miss the whole point of the video. It's not going to be that long anyway, and after watching, please let me know in the comment section what you think about it. So of course, current and next gen are totally different game, we all know that. And of course, there's some other obvious stuff like the My Player Builder, the city, the dunk meter, and all those kind of stuff that makes the two generations different. But what we're trying to find out here is, do the badges, stats, animations, and all those kinds of build related stuff work the same way for both gens? I think that's one of the biggest questions so far this year. So now for the answer, it's really hard to answer this on a solid yes or no only, but for me, in terms of how these things work, I'm 99% sure that they work the same way. If there's any difference, that'll be just on the frequency, could be just slider related, not on how it actually works. And by the way, the reason why I said I'm only 99% sure is because in this topic here, for you to be 100% sure, you have to test every element possible, and that's really hard to do. We can only assume the rest. So now I'll be giving you some examples that will show you how current gen and next gen are just the same. And with these ones, I know there's a lot of possible examples that I can give you, but I'll try to show you the ones that I can show you a visual proof, so it's much more understandable. So for the first one, this one is on current. Exactly the same players, only difference is the dribble style, and that's their gap. For those who don't know, your dribble style will give you different launches, which will give you different speed. I tried the same set of players on next gen, and as you can see here, the gaps between them, the quick and shifty, are just the same on both gens. Just to prove that even a small detail like dribble style, both gens have it the same. I tried another one, exactly the same players, both with quick, and as you can see here, they're just about the same. Now you might say, oh toots, that example there is just too shallow, that's just a speed test. I know what you mean, that's really the first impression, but if you think about it more, even this example is just a simple speed test. It factors in a lot of things, like of course speed with ball, your acceleration, the dribble style, the ratio of your speed to height, or even how stamina drains, and some other things. So this one here tested a lot of things. So now for the next one, this one here is more focused on the badge part. We're testing bullet passer mainly. So that's the gap on no badge to Hall of Fame on next gen, and here's the gap on current. In here, it is quite obvious that how the badge works, specifically the bullet passer badge, are just the same. And here's a cross comparison with both on Hall of Fame, and that's on current and next gen, and they're exactly the same as well. So aside from bullet passer, this one here tested that pass accuracy, which is related to your pass speed, works the same as well. So before we go to the next part, just want to invite you guys to like the video if liking so far, and I've been covering some good stuff recently, and I just started my best dribble style series as well, so it would be really awesome if you guys can check it out, and of course subscribe to tune in for upcoming ones. So now going back for challenges, exact animations on exactly the same players will give you around the same challenge percentage on both gens. These exact sequence here will give you around 82 to 84 on both gens. That fluctuates for a tiny bit depending on how close the players are to each other. And again, these tests here might look shallow on the first impression, but if you think about it more, you realize that we're testing a lot of things here. Stuff like the ratio of height gap to the challenge, the interior defense, how wingspan affects the challenge, the offensive attributes of Giannis, and lots of other things. So these tests here prove that those elements work the same way on both gens. And by the way, there's a lot of other things that we can test that I believe will show you that next gen and current gen work the same way. These are just some of them. And again, I know it's hard to be 100% sure that they work the same way because you have to test everything for you to be 100% sure. But with all these examples that I showed you, I think you'll be convinced now that in terms of how badges, stat, and any other build related stuff, current gen and next gen are just the same. So again, please let me know in the comment section what you think, and please leave any recommendation for a topic.